Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. Today is June the 7th, 2018, and I'm here with one of the sweet potato bins. I'm going to be refeeding it today, and I was pulling weeds out of it earlier. I didn't get them quite all out yet, because I want to feed the plants, not the weeds. So I'm going to be feeding this today with some Epsom salt, some bone meal, and my Epsom organic tomato tone, and then I'm going to be topping it off with Sea Magic. So I have my little rake here, and I'm going to put in two tablespoons of Epsom salt. Just shaking this in here. And the Epsom salt, one of the things that it does is it helps to lower the soil pH. So again, I recommend a soil tester to see what your soil is, what the pH of it is. And I'll have a link down below for that and for all of the plant foods I'm using today. I'm going to be using food here. Just hold on here. Where's the side here? I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of bone meal. And with the bone meal, one of the things the bone meal has in it is it has phosphorus in it. And what that does is it not only helps for blooming plants, but it also helps to develop a strong root system. So with our sweet potatoes, we want to feed the roots because the roots is what produces the tubers that we eat. So that's one of the reasons why I'm giving it bone meal. And then I'm going to be giving it some of the tomato tone. And again, it's a 3, 4, 6. So it is going to feed your leaf variety some because of the nitrogen is a 3. And the rest of it is going to help feed the root systems. So I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons for this whole thing here. I'm just shaking some in here. And you want to keep this at least 3 inches away from the stems of your plant. So I'm going to mix this all in. And if I get it on the leaves, I'm just taking my rake here and mixing it in. If I get it on the leaves, I want to get it off of the leaves because I don't want it to burn anything. And another thing that we actually feed our sweet potatoes is, like when we make pasta or vegetables, we take the juice and the broth from, like the liquids, from our cooking, and you let it cool down. And then what you do after it cools down, because you don't want to put it on hot, you'll burn your plants, and you don't want to do that. We dump it onto the soil and the plants, and it actually helps to feed them. And by me roughing the soil up like this, it's also helping to aerate the soil. So that'll get oxygen down into the plants. Over here, this over here, some more. Now with these, I don't want to dig in real hard. There's a weed, I don't want that. Because I don't want to tear any of the roots. Put this in over here. And always, 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 after you feed your plants with these types of plant foods, you want to make sure that you water them. which I'm going to be using the Sea Magic on them. Oops. Oopsies. Let me get some of that away from there. There we go. And I'll actually feed these every 14 days. And then, like your vegetable water, you can use that whenever you have it for when you're done cooking. So I have my Sea Magic in my watering can here. It's already all mixed up. And I'm going to be putting it over the leaves here. Now, it's not a really hot day out, and the sun's not really out too much. It is kind of sunny, but I'm not going to burn the root, or I'm not going to burn the leaves with what I'm doing right now with this, because it's not that hot out. If you have a day where the sun is out and it's blazing, definitely don't be putting your Sea Magic or your water over your plant leaves, because you're going to burn them for sure. So I want to show you this one here. This one here is pretty long. It's a pretty long vine, and I'm actually just going to put it down along the ground here. I'm going to take my rake, and I'm going to rake the soil up over top of the stem, because these stems will root, and what they'll do is they'll give you more plants for free, and they will also help you increase your harvest. So as soon as this one here roots, I'll actually cut it off, and then I'll have another plant. So I have the other sweet potato bin to feed them, and that's how I feed my sweet potato plants. I am probably going to be putting more in here to fill this in a little bit more. I have more growing. This is one of the other bins. Now, my dad did buy some sweet potato plants this year. They are the larger ones, but I put a bunch of the cuttings in here too, and they're growing, so I'm going to be feeding this bin. I'll probably cut the plant food down some with this bin here, because it's not as big as that one over there. So, if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I'll try and answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit that